They say silence is golden, but in a world that won't stop talking, silence can be a weapon. Have you ever walked into a room, said nothing, and felt everyone turn to look at you? That's not an accident, that's power. In this video, we're diving into the dark psychology of being silent, not because you have nothing to say, but because you understand the value of not saying it. If you've ever felt like you talk too much, explain too often, or apologize too quickly, this video is your wake-up call. Let's unlock the quiet power inside you. Let's get personal for a second. Why do you talk too much? Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe you were raised in an environment where your silence was punished, where being loud was the only way to be seen. Maybe you over-explain because deep down, you don't believe people will understand you the first time. Sound familiar? Over-talking is often rooted in trauma, insecurity, or a subconscious desire to control how others perceive us. But here's the truth. You don't owe the world an explanation for your existence. Silence is not weakness, it's clarity. The dark psychology of talking less, people fear what they don't understand. And silence is mysterious. When you talk less, others project onto you. They start to wonder, what are they thinking? Are they judging me? Do they know something I don't? That's powerful. This is why silence is used by intelligence operatives, negotiators, and manipulators. Because silence forces the other person to fill the void, often revealing more than they meant to. It's not manipulation, it's strategy. The less you say, the more others reveal. When to stay silent, real-life scenarios. Here's when silence wins. Checkmark in arguments. The first to react emotionally often loses respect. Stay calm. Let them exhaust themselves. In meetings, the last to speak has the most context. People will remember your voice. In relationships, when you pause before reacting, you reclaim your emotional control. You don't need to react to everything. Sometimes silence says, I heard you. I just don't need to respond. How talking less makes you more respected. Psychologists call it the scarcity effect. The less available something is, the more we want it. The same applies to your voice. If you're always talking, people tune you out. But if you speak rarely, with precision, people listen. You've met them. The person in the room who only speaks once or twice, but when they do, everyone listens. It's not because they're louder, it's because their words feel measured, valuable, and intentional. That could be you. The power of listening. Want to talk less? Learn to listen better, but not just hearing, active listening. When someone speaks, don't wait for your turn to talk. Really listen. Watch their face, hear their tone. People feel when they're being listened to, and when you give them that, you become magnetic. Psychologically, humans are drawn to those who make them feel understood. So if you want to say less but have more impact, make others feel heard. How to train yourself to talk less. 1. Pause before you speak. Count to 3 mentally before responding. It feels awkward at first, but it trains your brain to respond with intention. 2. Journal instead of venting. Your thoughts are valuable. Don't throw them away in impulsive conversations. Write them down. Reflect. 3. Practice observational awareness. Go to a public space and just watch. Listen. Don't talk. You'll learn more in 10 minutes than in hours of conversation. Over time, you'll notice something strange. You don't need to talk to be seen. But what if they think I'm weird for being quiet? Here's the fear, right? If I talk less, they'll think I'm awkward or antisocial. That's the noise talking. The truth is, confident silence is rare, and people respect rarity. If someone assumes the worst because you're quiet, that says more about them than you. Real power isn't in forcing connection. It's in being okay without it. The silent red flags. Not all silence is strength. Sometimes silence is fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of being wrong. Fear of being vulnerable. If your silence comes from pain, not power, that's something you must work through. Real strength is choosing silence when you have the option to shout. So be honest with yourself. Are you silent because you're strong or because you're scared? This week, try this. 1. In your next conversation, speak 30% less than you normally would. 2. When someone triggers you, pause, breathe, don't react. 3. Let silence make others lean in. If this video resonated with you, subscribe, not just because it helps the channel, but because you're ready to level up your inner world. The world rewards loudness. But don't forget, the lion doesn't roar all day. It only roars when necessary. Be the person who chooses silence, not out of fear, but out of power. Because when you master the art of talking less, your silence becomes louder than words. Subscribe to The Silent Psych for more on dark psychology and the power of mind mastery.